Hey, welcome to this video. So I know it's been a little minute for me on this channel, but I will kind of get into that. In any case, this one is about the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I have been using this for the past few months, whereas before that the only other relevant brow gels in my collection were the Glossier Boy Brow and the Benefit Gimme Brow. For reference, this one is $4. The Glossier Boy Brow is $16 and the Benefit Gimme Brow is $24. So those are obviously a lot more. Yeah, I could buy multiple tubes of this one for the price of one of these. Very relevant. And I have also done a more in-depth video on just these two because for a long time these were the two main brow products that I was using. So definitely go check that out. This video will be more so honestly just talking about why I like this one better, but also how these three kind of stack up against each other in performance in various different areas. The Glossier Gimme Brow, I'm so sorry, I may get these brow product words mixed up a few times in this video, but this is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I will probably never repurchase another tube of these again. It's $24, which is kind of a lot for a brow gel product because things like brow gels, mascaras, eyeliners, maybe even foundation, things that will either turn or you'll go through pretty often, I just not really willing to put in the splurge. Anything that won't last me over a year, because I'll splurge on a powder blush, but that if I'm being realistic, that's gonna last me at least 6 years. Brow gels do not fall in that category. So yeah, this is just a little too much for something that I know there is better of for less and I have to get over and over again. I have it in the shade 4. Oh, another thing is the packaging has completely worn off. I don't know if you can see. It's just kind of gnarly, and there used to be some text on here. I don't really care if this comes as a plain tube, but I just, for $24, don't want something that so obviously deteriorates. In any case, on to the actual product itself. Both this and the Boy Brow have that tiny little mini cone shaped spoolie, which fits really nicely into my brows, makes the product easy to work with and finagle in this rather small space of mine. And this was my go-to very natural, approachable brow product. I felt like this and the Glossier skin tint, this is the Glossier skin tint of brow products for me. It's super natural. It's almost undetectable that you have anything on. And now that I'm wearing more makeup more regularly, this has kind of become irrelevant. Anytime I actually put on mascara and a little bit of BB cream, I feel like this is even a little too light to hold up with everything. This was an awesome introductory product to brow products, actually. I was gifted a tube of this, I think when I was 14 or something, and it was one of my first brow products. And it was super easy to work with, super approachable, so I love it for that. Not super in the budget of a 14-year-old though, so I never repurchased it after I ran out. But it was a great introductory product. However, now I just feel like it's been a long time since then. And there are better products out there for much cheaper and for better performance overall. So yeah, thanks Benefit. On to the Glossier Boy Brow. This one was a pretty hype product, right? Everyone knows about this, and it basically brought brow gels back. It brought brow gels back to me in my life. I had been, after I ran out of this tube, I tried other drugstore dupes, if you will, of brow gel products, but none of them really worked for me. I have very fair-ish skin, but black hair, and they're fine and they're rather sparse and really light on their own, but because of that contrast, I would always buy a black brow gel, but if the formula is too wet or too goopy and it gets like between the spaces of my very sparse brows, which happens very often because again they're sparse, it's just like so noticeable, and like cleaning up that mess was way more effort than it was worth to even use the product. So for years I had been using just brow pencils, and I feel like that was kind of the trend at the time as well. But anyways, this introduced brow gels back to my life for me. It was great, loved it. I resisted purchasing for a long time, and then when I finally got around to it, I was like, oh, I see why everyone likes it. But out of the three that I've tried, or that I regularly use now, the Glossier Boy Brow I do still reach for a lot because it gives like beautiful, fluffy, defined brows, and it is of the three the only one that can actually hold my brows into that kind of like fluffy shape. I really, really like how it can actually add a lot of like depth to my brows. It can actually elongate them a little bit, and they just look like so defined and like separated, but also dark and fluffy. It's just great. It's awesome. I really, really like the look. I don't necessarily need that kind of like fluffy insta brow look every day, but I like that I have a product in my collection that'll help me achieve that relatively easily. I do find that this product is, of the three, the most wet and thick, so it can be the most finicky. Like, it is basically impossible to mess up with either of these. This is not a hard product to work with, but it's possible for me to like smudge a little, and then I have to really carefully like go through and spoolie out the rest. The thing about this product that I don't like that much is that it's not really buildable for me, and like if I let it dry down even and try to spoolie it out a little bit more with a different like clean spoolie, the product sort of flakes away in either of the scenarios. You know, when I'm trying to like let it dry and build up another layer, or let it dry and like just reshape it, it'll flake away, and then I'll end up with little black dots in my brows, which are like impossible to remove because they're just like, you know, nestled in there. That was kind of a really minor thing that was easy to avoid, just assuming I get it right the first time while the brow product is still wet. And I still enjoyed using this like enough, and between these two products I definitely had like my more defined and like a little bit more dramatic look and my very natural brow look. But with the introduction of the e.l.f. Wow Brow, I felt like this was kind of the best of both worlds in one product for me, which is why it's now my favorite. Along with the fact that it's only $4, I can feel very comfortable repurchasing this whenever it runs out. Like, it's not like I have to shell out 20 bucks every time just to fill in my brows for the year. Anyways, this product is super versatile. It has a slightly different spoolie shape than the other two. It's more just like a super miniature, like basic mascara spoolie shape. It does have little fibers. I also have this in the shade black, but this black is much softer than the Glossier black, if that makes sense. The fibers are very unnoticeable, which is exactly how I like my fibers. I hate when I have like a fiber mascara or brow product and I can like see random hairs just like sticking in the non-correct direction. This just like adds to my brows, and I don't notice anything, and I never have any like random fiber flying off my face, so that's perfect. It is a bit of a drier formula, but still like creamy and easy to work with. But the fact that it isn't wet means like I'll never end up with like a glop or a smear on my face. I can just like go in very roughly and like fast in my brows if I need to, and it's great. I can't mess it up. The thing that I like most about this product is that it's very buildable, which isn't something that I've really found with these other two products. This one, there's just like one default setting, which is like a pretty natural light look. This one, like I explained, it's a little finicky to build up with, whereas this one is super easy. I can like slap on one thin layer and have a really, really natural, easy go-to look, which is, again, why I would never repurchase that one, this Benefit one, because this one can achieve that same purpose in one layer. But if I want to deepen my brows a little bit more, if I'm knowing that I have like a bit more of a dramatic look, I can layer on like 2 or 3 times and get a deeper look, and it'll still look just as natural, just a bit darker, which is something that I really, really appreciate. That's part of why I layered these products, because I put down like one layer of this, which helped like give me some like nice defined dark brows, and I really, really like how this looks on camera, but I was able to just like add a little bit more depth using this one after, or a little bit more like darkness and filled-indedness to my brows. So yeah, this not only builds nicely on itself, but also on top of other products, and it's just super easy to work with, super versatile. I like that it gives a very, very soft look to the brows. It doesn't quite like do the thing where I can like shape and make it like a fluffy defined brow as I can with the Glossier Boy Brow, but I don't always want that kind of look. So I like that I have this option for every day. It's super affordable and I can go through these as fast as I want, and it just gives me like a no-brainer brow look. Like this is my go-to every day. I don't fill in with anything before. I just slap as many layers of this as I want, and I feel like pretty good to go. So yeah, super happy that this exists. Awesome work, e.l.f. And if you have stuck around this long into this video, I do want to add a few things that might be relevant, not to the brow stuff, but like just if you're someone who tends to watch to the end of my video, then I don't know, maybe you frequented this channel more than once. Anyways, I am really, really excited about how this channel has gone so far. It's been really fun for me. I started this pretty like in the depths of COVID, and I didn't have that much going on, so it was really, really like a nice hobby, and I was able to put a good amount of time and effort and thought into it. And now I do still put like effort and thought to it, but I must say I have a bit less time, unfortunately, especially over this summer. I am not super sure. I might be moving, I might be changing jobs, so there's kind of a lot going on, I'm not gonna lie. I like doing this, and I am really excited for the future. I have like a list of immediate video ideas that I would like to get to, and I also have this like vision of like ways in which I hope I can upskill like my filming and editing skills to be able to broaden the type of content that I've been making. But unfortunately, these will probably be things that I don't get to for a little bit, just realistically speaking. So I hope that you will bear with me, and yeah, if you've like kind of been someone who's tuned in so far, that's like so awesome. I've loved having a space to just chat about makeup that I'm into, because I don't know, I don't really like talk about it with people in my life. No one I'm around is really into makeup as much as I am. So this has been super fun, and like getting like comments and like other thoughts from people who are actually talking about the exact same thing that I'm into right now, because I'm on like Reddit makeup forums as a lurker all the time, but it's kind of nice just like being the one to like present an idea and then have like some feedback about something that like I've thought of, if that makes sense. Any case, it's been fun. I haven't really made any space in my channel so far to kind of talk a bit about like myself and how it like life fits in, or like ideas about my channel. So I just kind of want to mention a few points, but I'll keep it at that for now. I probably have to get my camera repaired, in which case I most definitely will not be uploading for a hot minute. Like, I don't know how long it'll take for me to get that fixed. In any case, if you were just here to find out about how the e.l.f. Wow Brow performs. I hope I answered that for you. If not, let me know if you have any questions. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and that's all I have for this video.